Hey, listen, guys, if you're going to be at the New Jersey Mortgage Bankers Association meeting that's going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe in Atlantic City, New Jersey, between April 10th to the 15th, make sure you go see my friends over at the Oaktree booth. And make sure you put your card in because they're going to pick a winner. And the winner is going to be previewed on our show. We're going to do lives and some great videos and a whole bunch of stuff for you and your company. So if you're at the Mortgage Bankers Association of New Jersey, April 10th through the 15th, go see my friends at Oaktree. And I look forward to meeting you. All you have to do is click this banner right over there. Now, on with the show. It's official. Now the Federal Reserve is going to drop their balance sheet by $95 billion per month. Take that, mortgage interest rates. Now, I'm telling you, loan officers, you need to lock your loans. Secondary, reduce your hedge. Here's a quote. Fed officials reached consensus at their March meeting that they would begin reducing their central bank balance sheet by $95 billion a month, likely beginning in May. By the way, that breaks down to $60 billion in treasuries and $35 billion in mortgage-backed securities per month. Oh, did I mention that the 30-year fixed rate loan right now is averaging over 5%? And you're thinking, oh my God, that's crazy, that's high. Really? You think 5% is high? Just wait. A rate of 5% is going to sound as sweet as Tupelo honey in a couple of weeks, my friends, because rates are going up. However, before you lose your mind about rates, I want you to look at this chart. Rates were at 5% in 2010. Now, I know that was over a decade ago, but we do have a real precedent here now, don't we? Now, mind you, back in 2010, to give you a little perspective here, Bruno Mars topped the charts with a song Just the Way You Are. Avatar was tops at the box office, and Kaepernick decided to take a knee at a football game. Oh yeah, and one more thing.
Her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair.
In 2010, that was the year when this absolutely insane real estate run that we're currently on actually began. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. Anyways, the second point is, and as we talked about before, it's apparent that the Fed's 0.25% raise in rates is going to be about a 0.5 point. Quote, there are also strong indications that 0.5 percentage point or 50 basis points interest rate increase would be ahead. Now, understand guys, I did this story yesterday, and I did it the day before that, and I even touched on it the day before that. So why do I bring this up again? And I cannot impress this upon you enough any more than I'm trying to do right now. I bring this up again because every day, and I mean every day this week, has been a gradual yet persistent push towards more aggressive rate hikes and balance sheet reductions. Every day, cut more and raise higher and faster. Why are they doing this? Well, because the more that our policymakers are looking at this data as it pertains to inflation, they're getting more and more freaked out by where this thing might end up. Keep in mind here, guys, the Fed knows every single word they're saying because we just hang on every word, and they're using superlatives and crazy words that we haven't seen even just a few weeks ago. I mean, every day. Now that should register with all of us. Think about this for a second. We've just recently heard from the President of the United States, the Executive Chairman of the World Economic Forum, his name is Klaus Schwab, and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. All of them. They've all come out this week and said food shortages and the cost of food is going to be a real problem in the near future. So, yeah, a $9 loaf of bread has a hell of a lot more to do with rising interest rates than you might think. And the truth is, there's no reasonable end to this whole thing in sight, and the Fed is freaking out. In fact, while we're on the topic here, the St. Louis Fed said that we were going to see a recession sometime late next year. Now, what that tells me, if they're right, is we've got 20 more months of balance sheet reductions and Fed rate hikes. That's a long time to hold your breath underwater, isn't it? Certainly enough time for mortgage interest rates to really stretch their legs and climb higher than today's already aggressive high predictions. Remember, we're at 5% right now, and that wasn't supposed to happen until the end of the year if it was supposed to happen even at all. So if the St. Louis Fed is right, 20 months of this before the next recession, and then, and probably only then, will the Fed change its course. They'll add to their balance sheet once again by buying mortgage-backed securities to pull rates back down to get us out of the recession that they're currently single-handedly about to put us into in the first place. Now, in the meantime, you guys gotta keep your head down and focus on what you can control. Your business, your activity, and yes, even your success, because in spite of what you might perceive to be bad news right now, I promise you, there's gonna be a whole bunch of money made by a whole bunch of loan officers and real estate agents. The only question at hand right now in all of this that you need to ask yourself is, are you going to be the one succeeding in this market?